Welcome to episode 38, I think, of the Bad Psychics podcast. This is our review episode for the 2026 PDC World Darts Championship, the first World Championship, I think, of anything in the entire season. I don't think there was one that finished sooner. We will be covering what happened and whether we did a good job or a bad job. Um, I'll tell you now, it was mixed. But yes, as always, I am joined by a couple of idiots. First of all, I predict that after her recent run of failures to win these episodes, she's most likely to be told by MVG that it's time to retire. It's Eloise. How
So true.
I know it's stinging that you're a bit off form at the moment.
It's very sad.
But you know, we'll see. Maybe this one stems the tide.
Nope.
Anyway, alongside us, I predict that he's most likely to be a fan of the Ali Pali Wasp because he too is used to a stinging sensation in his behind. It's Mal.
Yeah, we now know he exists, so yes, I'm a fan of him. The Wasp has won more legs than Mike De Decker. Not Mike De Decker. Dimitri Van Berg, sorry.
There we go.
I mean, did the Wasp win any legs?
He was positioned on someone's shoulder whilst they won legs, therefore he won the legs.
He was on a couple players' shoulders and shirts, so that means he helped puppet them to a leg.
Oh, okay. That's how we're right. Fine. Yeah. That's how we're assessing it. Okay. I was very very confused for a second because I was like, I mean, I know that Vandenberg won at least one leg, and I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Not exactly sure how the Wasp did, but if that's how we're defining it, that's fine.
Didn't the Wasp stay on like Manuya for like about a third of the game?
It was one of the Polish players.
Oh yeah, sorry.
And no one told him, and he just had the Wasp on like his back collar, and just no one told him.
Was that Białecki?
Yes.
Yes, I think so.
I just figured you probably would have said Ratajski if it was Ratajski.
Yeah.
So
it's and there is one other Polish player.
Yes, it's someone with the name that I would butcher.
That
isn't Ratajski.
Thanks to Ollie for telling me how to pronounce Polish characters. I'm pretty confident it's Białecki, but
okay.
Thank you.
I would have pronounced an L there, so.
Yeah, it's an L with a line through it, which is a W.
Okay. Oh, it's Białecki. Okay.
So, but anyway, Eloise, how I'm gonna ask both of you for a high point of this year's tournaments for you. I'll start with you. What's the high point?
Well, it's put me on the spot there. I think a high point is just the entirety of Justin Hood and the Chinese takeaway saga and the whole. He now has enough money to buy his own Chinese takeaway, which be interesting having a Justin Hood ran takeaway in the middle of Glastonbury. But yes, that will be fun.
Yeah, I mean, you'll have to visit it at some point. Some sort of field trip to Happy Feet takeaway.
Hell yeah.
Mal, how about you?
I think that's the high point for me is just how strong it was in depth. Really, I would say like there was no. I will get onto it probably one later on, but there wasn't really any absolute shitters this time. Like even the ones we thought would do badly didn't do that badly. I think the lowest average was like a 79, maybe 77, 75, which isn't too
Then
bad
Kumar.
considering like I mean, then Kumar won again, didn't he?
Yeah, but it was the
So-
second game he did a 75.
Yeah, yeah, and like it's like I think across the board there was at least in the early rounds, at least people were like at about even keel for a lot of the games. Even like some of the seeds were even keel with like some of the qualifiers. So yeah, it's just nice to see how it's sort of the depth has gotten stronger, but maybe the top level is kind of about as good as it ever was, but the depth down has gotten a lot stronger than it was in like even like 5 years ago. So that was nice to see.
Yeah, I do agree. I was very worried that the increased field would mean that there were just some absolutely painful blowouts in the first round. But it didn't happen. Lots of people stepped it up, and even the ones who didn't still weren't, there weren't the like 68 averages that you got in years gone by. But all right. Well, let's move to our spreadsheet in a whole. And we'll start going through the episode. So, first of all, we're going to start with the sections, who we predicted to get through each section. I mean, section 1, very easily. I think perhaps unsurprisingly, we all thought that a certain Mr. Littler would make it through. He did comfortably. And so that means that at least everybody knows that they've got some points in this episode. So add those points on straight away. Yeah, 3 points each for Littler going through. Then, however, we were all equally wrong, because section 2, we all said that Eloise's frog would make it through to the quarterfinal. But go in, shut the bed.
Yep.
He lost to Lenny from of Mice and Men.
I love Wes. Oh.
Yeah.
He was incredible.
Yeah, I think when we saw his entries on the first match and he's conducting the crowd to sing "Angels" by Robbie Williams, that kind of made us a big fan of him. It's just a sight to see someone like that just conducting the crowd like that.
Yes, you would have expected him to like have Van Dyvenbode style music or something, but no, quite the different choice. But yes, in the end, that ended up being Krzysztof Ratajski. Are we pleased to see Ratajski doing better again, Eloise?
Yeah, I think it's good for him because I'm pretty sure with that he's now top 32 in the world again. He should be
He's 28th.
28th. Yeah, so he's gone back in the top 32 with that appearance in the quarters.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he was just very, very good. He just was it the Wesley Plaisier third round where he just wouldn't go away.
Yeah.
It was Wes was easily in control of the first half of the match, and then just Ratajski just wouldn't go away and kept hitting 10+ finishes, and then saw him out because he has more experience on the stage. So Ratajski definitely deserved his quarterfinal appearance, and yeah, I think it's nice. I think he should be a top 32 player always. There's a few of the European players that should always be top 32, and he's one of them. And yeah, he had a very good tournament.
Yeah, I mean, I think very impressive considering I think he only really talked about it that I noticed during this tournament that he had a stroke last year, and
Yeah.
I didn't even know of that.
yes,
Jesus.
no, that's part of why I asked the question. Was he had a stroke last year,
Well,
fell down the rankings, and within a year,
even more
he's
impressive.
Yeah.
back into the top
Managed to
32.
recover. Yeah. What a hero.
Yeah.
It makes it even better that he's Polish, which you don't see. Well, I think he's one of the. There's been many of the good, better Polish darts players than him
No,
in recent times. No.
there are other Polish darts players now, but no one near
Yes.
him, I'd say.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
trying to think. Polish darts players. I'm trying to think if there's any that. I mean, yeah, I can't think of any that did particularly well. I think Titus Kanik was hanging around for a fair while, but
where's the other one? Radek Sagansky is the other notable one, but he's nowhere near the level of Ratajski. And then I suppose Bułecki looks pretty solid and could become number 2 in Poland. But yeah, no one anywhere near Ratajski.
yeah.
Am I right in thinking that Ratajski was the one who absolutely rage baited Ryan Joyce in one of the matches? Or was that another one?
In what way?
He played incredibly slowly and celebrated massively. Like he did the strong arm pose, and it made Ryan Joyce lose his head, I think.
Well,
I mean, he did beat him, so probably.
That seems feasible. That is
I
who
think
Ryan
he did
Joyce
that,
lost to, but I didn't see that match, so
yes, I do remember vaguely the flexing at the dartboard. So
yes,
we love a good flex. Right, but yes, that did mean that, and I don't think any of us are going to be particularly unhappy about it, other than maybe Eloise's frog. But it does mean that
frog's fine as well.
0 points for all of us on that one.
That's fine.
Next we come to section 3. We all had different takes on this. I went for Schindler. He ended up losing in round 3 comfortably to Searle. Like, Schindler just did not get going in that game whatsoever. Eloise went bunting mental, but he was bunting shit. He lost to James Hurrell in, frankly, a match that it looks a lot closer on paper than it should have been. Like, the fact that was a 4-3, it was not what it felt like watching it.
Yeah.
But the aforementioned Ryan Searle, who Mal went for, was indeed who came through. I mean, Mal, was there a particular reason that you fancied Searle for a deep run this year?
I'm gonna be frank. I think my reasoning was I didn't think Bunting would get too far just based on his form. Schindler always loses, bottles it in like the 3rd round or something, and I don't know. Brian Searle's the highest seed. I didn't expect him to do as well as he did. Like, he didn't lose a set for like up until. Did he lose a set in this quarterfinals? Yeah, but like he beat like good players, like base, who did he beat? He beat Brandon Dolan, Schindler, James Hurrell, who had a decent run. Like they're all solid players. He just threw great, to be honest. And it's also nice to see someone who's speaking of the disability thing. It's so nice to see someone who has a the I can't remember exactly what it's called. His eye condition. Doing as well as he does.
Dominant optic atrophy.
Yes, that's it, and it's also allowed him to promote that the charity that helps with that as well, which is always nice.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm pleased he did well. I'm sure Louise is as well.
Yeah, I like Ryan, so he's also Somerset, so no complaints apart from it gives you points.
Yes, it does indeed give Mal some points. Mal picks up 3 points, and so takes an early lead. Next, section 4. I'm very sad. Eloise wasn't. Mal was just very wrong. I said Ricardo Pedrachko. I love Pikachu. I still love Pikachu. I would have been sadder if he didn't go out to Harrison, because at least Harrison is cool. But yeah, I thought he would do better than he did. Clearly, so did Eloise. I mean, I'm not gonna give Eloise the chance to slander him by asking her a question. So Mal, you said Ross Smith would get through. You physically could not have been more wrong.
More wrong. Sure couldn't have been, yeah. I think Eloise slandered me for that, and for good reason. Admittedly, he did lose to Harrison, who had the surprise deep run of the tournament, I'd say.
Yes.
Hood.
Yeah, not the, but one of
the surprise deep runs of the tournament. So I suppose it's not it's not as bad as just losing to a guy who just loses to, another qualifier in the second round. But yeah, so that's my bad, and I think he'll probably be the answer to another question, another prediction later on. I think anyway. I think he's based on his seed at least.
I've not looked on purpose.
I'll say nothing then if Eloise is avoiding answers.
Okay.
I mean, I will say, in the end, are we kind of stupid not to have gone for Clayton? He was the highest seed, and he got through.
Yeah, I think we were put off by his form recently was just a bit mid. Like the last 3 major tournaments, he was just gone out in the first round. So we probably put too much stake into that more than just being a guy who's top 5.
Yeah. Also, hindsight is 2020, but if we knew before the tournament that he only had to win three matches to get to a quarters, you would have favoured him. I mean, I should have thought something might have happened considering Dom Taylor and his. I won't go into too much about it, but his past and obviously present issues.
Yes.
But really disappointing. But yeah, that Clayton should have been our answer. I was just trying to be different as well as try to think that he was kind of out of form. Also, Pikachu lost, and I'm very happy about it. And I actually got my word in, so haha. But yes, very happy about it.
But yes,
could have happened to a nicer guy.
Do we think there's any chance of Dom Taylor finding a cure for his Colombian flu?
I'm not sure. I don't think.
Yeah, he's been given a chance already, hasn't he?
I think heavy fine will be, or a ban will be, a heavier ban will be applied here.
Yeah, and give us the support, of course, which hopefully they did the first time round. Hopefully, I don't know how the PDPA works for drugs tests, because I've got to be honest, I don't think they really expected to deal with them in darts.
I will say, I understand that there's the argument that for some bizarre reason sports people are viewed as role models by some people. I still don't think they should be for the most part, but they are. I understand that logic, but is anyone really sticking a fuck ton up their nose and it's not like they're becoming to me it's not a performance enhancing drug. If anything, it's a performance debilitating drug.
Yeah, Well, considering darts is known for people drinking a lot before throwing them, and it's yeah, I think it's surely just because they're like a proper sports organisation, so they kind of have to follow along with this sort of drugs testing.
I don't.
So, my thoughts are it's probably one of, as you said, role model image thing. You can't have players, possibly being under the influence of anything like that. That's illegal. But I think something like that would also maybe up focus and sort of. I can see why it could be seen as a benefit or something enhancing, as well as like maybe dealing with nerves and the pressure could also be another reason why someone would do that, and why it would be an unfair advantage. That's all I'm thinking about it.
As somebody who used to share those specific same substance issues, I can assure you, they are not helping you focus.
It might help him.
I used to practically be vibrating after a heavy night. It's like I don't see it somehow. I am personally of the mind that people need to stop looking at sports people, view them as human beings, and that anti-doping should focus on substances that actually can be proven to significantly improve performance. That's where I'm sitting. Yeah. I get the opposing logics, but
yeah.
Anyway, but none of it particularly matters for the purposes of our episode because we were all wrong nonetheless. Shut up. Next, section 5. We all predicted the other Luke. I mean, I think probably fair to say that at least up until that point, Humphreys looked pretty damn good. Like his game against Clemens was a really good game.
Yeah.
But even then he averaged over 100. So I think there were a few people that were nervous Humphreys wouldn't perform for varying reasons, but do we think he is still comfortably one of the top 2 players in the world at the moment?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Without a doubt. Like
I would say. Yeah, I think we need to see how spoilers coming up will do over the next year or so. He's definitely top 3. I don't think there's anyone else who could reach either him or Luke or either Luke or spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you look at his tournament, Humphreys played an incredible tournament. He either had an upwards 90 average or ton plus. Even when he lost, he had a ton plus average.
Mm-hmm.
He very much played some really good darts. And did what he needed to do. He just unfortunately came against an opponent who was playing even better than him in the quarters.
Yeah.
I still think he's the second best player in the world. I haven't seen anything that makes you think that he's not. But obviously, with a year, we'll see.
Yeah.
Suddenly redacted or someone else could easily be better than Humphreys. It's just we'll see.
Okay. Well, it does at least mean that we all get some more points. Boosting our bank accounts. Well, our point accounts. 3 points each. Section 6. I mean, I feel like I feel like we should all be like quite proud of ourselves for all going with Van Veen. None of us being tempted by
James Wade.
Yeah, or Ricky Evans, who did look like he might do something before he shut the bed.
Yeah, he lost his head, didn't he, in that game against Manby?
Yes. And there was always the chance that, you know, Dimmy might sober up off his 2-year-long bender. But yeah, I mean, I think we'll definitely be talking a bit more about Van Veen, but yeah, definitely as for me, as more of a casual darts viewer, like, I'd still call myself a darts fan, but I tend to drop in and out a lot more. Certainly the first time I've seen him play to this higher standard, like, I was aware of him, and I knew through social media that he'd won a decent sized event, but like, I think his game against Suter, averaging 108, that was I hadn't seen that from him before, but I had read enough to be like, I think he will make it out of this section. But I must admit that for me it was more of a comment on how little I trusted the rest of the seeds in that section.
Yeah.
Particularly Menzies, who
Yeah.
The Menzies incident.
Speaking of losing his head, yeah.
Poor
Charlie Manby. He had to deal with two people losing their own heads in games against him. But yeah, that was just It's it's like a more extreme version of what we've seen from him before, isn't it? Really?
yes.
So yeah, it just doesn't like the pressure.
It's a shame. I really like Menzies, and I just all I can say is I hope he's getting the support he needs, because that's not good for anyone. And the stage obviously doesn't do good for him. And it's because Menzies was one that's like, I'm not going to predict him to do well, because he could have an incident and collapse in a game, but I was expecting to go to third round because he's such a good player. But also Manby was one of the big names in this, big shocks, and I mean it's mainly because his opponents didn't play as well as they could have, because he got through with like a 90-odd average. Like his best game was the one he lost. So that's one of the stories. James Wade, obviously, I knew this would happen, and I'm glad it did. Ricky Evans, I'm annoyed because I wanted Evans to get to the fourth round, but it's fine.
I mean, I will say, I find it very interesting that, like, everybody, because of his run, heavily hyping Manby up. Manby lost in the first round of Q School today.
Sure did.
I don't know whether that speaks to people shouldn't get too far ahead of themselves with what his run in the Worlds means, or if it means that Q School is a lot higher of a standard than people give it credit for. I
think it doesn't help. Maybe it's just incredibly, Q School is incredibly random, isn't it? Like, you can get drawn against another 90-odd average in the first round and then lose. I don't remember whether Manby would have done that.
Manby literally had a 98 average and lost against a 99 average Jack Aldrich. That's so unfortunate, but yes. So he's literally got a better average than he had the entire of the Worlds.
Yeah. And if and we say he only averaged about a 90. An average 90 average is more than good enough to be a tall card, man.
Of course.
Yeah.
But
so
Q School's so bottlenecked nowadays.
It is bottlenecked. Yeah.
So bottlenecked because there's so many good players. Which we saw in this tournament. So many good players that there's even really good players that don't have tour cards, and they're fighting for tour cards, and they all could easily play at the standard that we've seen in I mean, not all of them obviously, but considering that what was it, the battle of the 30 averages in the EU Q school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not all of
That's
them,
fun.
but to the final stage at least, all of them probably deserve
Yeah.
tour guard.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
But anyway, Van Veen it was who got through this section, and so what that means for us is no, I've removed the wrong thing. Do that again. But yes, Van Veen gets through that section, and what that means for us is that we all get another 3 points for our accounts. Next, section 7. I remember being very shocked by your pair of Watermaners. I mean, I think Watermaner did about as well as I thought he would. Like,
I think he well, he came up against Gary Anderson doing a return to the glory days run, hasn't he? Didn't he this time? So I think that probably knocked him out, and he wasn't particularly impressive in the other two games, I would say either.
That's
yeah.
him. His appearance at the Worlds is not the kind of form that we both expected him to produce. It's not what he's been producing all year. That is even like 95 averages is nowhere near what Watermina can do. And unfortunately, yeah, he was derailed by Gary, but that wasn't the Watermina that we were expecting, which is a shame. But
yeah. Meanwhile, I said MVG, which still wasn't right. I did think it was going to be an.
Let's go.
I did think it was going to be an MVG, Gary Anderson battle for it. And yeah, in the end, Anderson having one of the runs that he just tends to still have in big tournaments before barely turning up and doing very little the rest of the year. But
I'm going to say your MVG pick wasn't too bad because he did play really well for like most of the games. He just came up against a guy also playing really, really well.
Yes, no, agreed. And because of the scoring rules, it does mean that because MVG lost in the round of 16, I do at least get one consolation point.
What? I forgot about that.
Oh yeah.
Yes. I mean, yes, that one point is really going to help me when we look ahead. But yes. Next, section 8. We went for some different results, but the happy feat of it all, as we've covered, means that none of us were right. I mean, Eloise, you and I went for Josh Rock. How do you think Josh Rock will reflect on his tournament?
I think Josh Rock had a good tournament. It's not the one I wanted, but I think he had a more than good enough tournament. He did. Let's see, 100 average against Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci.
And played pretty well, and he got himself a Premier League spot. So I think it's a successful tournament for him. It's just unfortunate he came against just the steam train that is Justin Hood, who was just incredible. And I don't think anyone could have predicted that. And I'm just so happy he managed to do that on the big stage. But yeah, just Justin Hood. There's not many more words I can say about Justin Hood. He's just so good.
Well, I'll ask one more question on Justin Hood. Do we think that this is just one of those really cool stories that comes up from time to time, and it'll be a flash in the pan, and that's kind of, he'll only ever be referred to as that guy who had the cool run to the quarterfinals a few years back, or is he somebody that actually this might propel him significantly?
So, if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure he was he a Pro Tour qualifier? Yeah, he was. So he qualified 25th on the Pro Tour. So I think if he just continues doing what he's doing on the floor tournaments, qualify for a few more stage tournaments, because he seems to do better on stage, a lot better in front of a crowd.
Yeah.
So that's literally what we just need to see him more in front of a crowd, and I think he will push on. So I don't want to say it's just a flash in the pan, just a one hit wonder. I think he can produce that more. He's shown he can produce it more. It's just he needs to do it. He needs to be given the opportunity to do it more regularly.
Yeah.
And considering he's now top 64.
Yeah.
He's 50th. Yeah, 50th. He should get more opportunities to do it at a bigger stage, and I hope he takes them.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. I think with the because of the changes to European tours and stuff that's happened, I think he's sort of been, I don't know, not such as scammed out of getting in, but he did find it more difficult last year. So I think with high ranking, he should get into more European tours. You'd think, which means more stage events, which means he should have more chance to show what's going on. And yeah, it's just say he reached quarterfinal of a floor event, so he's not completely out of his depth there either. So yeah, I think if he slots in as like a good sort of good upper middle tour player, I think that would be probably where he lands, which is perfectly fine because he can. That's like probably he probably remembered this more fondly, but there's always a good chance of him having another run.
Okay.
That's what I'll say.
And then proving that everything in this tournament comes back to Justin Hood. Mal, you said Danny Noppert would come through. I mean,
yeah,
Noppert Hood's probably the match of the tournament.
Oh yeah.
That was fantastic. It's just unfortunate that Danny Noppert lost because I think that obviously he knocked him out of the World Championships, but also probably cost him a Premier League place. I would say because I think he had a reasonable chance of getting to fourth round or quarters or later on. If he didn't, but he came up against a man who really wanted a Chinese takeaway.
Sure did.
And as we know, he will do anything for a Chinese takeaway. Even play really good darts.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's shocking that he only lost once he got enough money. He had a money total. He's like, I've got it. All right, fine. I can tank now.
Yeah, he's more invested in the Chinese takeaway than he was in the darts. But yes, no. Well, that ends up meaning that none of us were correct. However, Eloise and I get the one consolation point for
Yay.
getting someone who lost in the top 16. So now we move on to the losing semi-finalists. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, the shockers.
Did
any of our losing finalists even make it to the quarterfinal? I don't think none of them did. Did they?
No. The furthest any of them made it was Rock making it to the fourth round.
Yeah.
A couple third rounds and then a Ross Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean Mal's are particularly bad. His are a first round and a second round.
Yeah, it's annoying because I think I said this before. So I just said maybe I'll be a toss up and I just pick Smith. But if I pick Ryan Searle, I'd be bang on because he had a stellar run to the semis.
Yeah,
he was able to pretty comfortably dispatch Johnny Clayton, who is no mug, in the quarters.
Yes.
So yeah, I just chose the wrong guy.
Yeah, I mean, That is indeed what we're doing here, trying to pick the right gun. But yes, we'll move quickly on from those because yeah, big fat 0 points to everybody. Now, Eloise and I thought that it would be a Little Humphreys final. I've particularly got the shitty end of the stick with this one, in that not only did I think it was going to be an all Luke final, but I also got the better performing Luke the wrong way round. I did just think not that many people defend titles at the Worlds, and so yeah, I stuck to it. That's worked out horribly. I mean, Eloise, you had Littler beating Humphreys, so you at least got half of it right. I mean, is it? Are we still genuinely thinking that like we might as well just put some combination of Littler and Humphreys on 90% of the finals just for the next 15 years?
Safe bet, definitely.
Hmm.
If not Humphreys, then if he is consistent and Van Veen, Littler feels, because they're definitely one of the younger pairings of like the elite players, and I feel like if Jim Van Veen continues, he's got a good mentality, plays good darts. I think we could even like lump a Van Veen in there as well as a very safe option. But yeah, Littler Humphreys is a very safe option, and depending on what happens, we could have a completely different darts landscape. But next year, I'm probably going to say the same thing.
Yeah.
So
reasonable. That being said, I'm not convinced, Mal, that in all of the episodes we've done where we've had some form of bracketing, I'm not convinced that we've ever had someone predict the top two and predict them the right way around. If we have, then maybe it was tennis, where it was like a first and second seed.
I don't even think we did that, because like I remember the Wimbledon episode is like we could have just said Alcaraz Sinner, but none of us did that. I don't think.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I don't think anyone did that. Whereas that's the very obvious option. So no, I don't think it's happened, which is really annoying that it's in this episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yay.
But yeah, I mean, when you predicted this, was this, I really genuinely think this is going to happen, or was this, I need to make some predictions that are a bit different? I'll go with this.
So I think I had a little inkling. So because it would have ended up being Van Veen and Humphreys in the quarterfinal, and I knew they had played each other early on in the year, and I knew like Van Veen had done quite well. I think I said in the thing we'd won his I think it ended up being we'd won his last 4 games against Humphreys.
Yeah,
something like that before this. I had a weird inkling that he would beat him. I didn't expect it to be 5-1, because that was 5-1. 5-1.
Yeah,
because that was it's way more comfortable than I expected it to be. I think I said, Van Veen will eke out a win in an absolute classic, but yeah. I think what befell Humphreys was he lost a bit of focus when he kind of had a bad throwing spell in a couple of the sets, and he just kind of sort of went into the stage that darts players do, where they just go chuck it somewhere. And Van Veen was able to recover from that, especially when he did that in that game as well. So I think that was simply just a case of that, really. I think I'll definitely bet to both a full pelt. That would be a very close game either way. But yeah, I also did want to be different, because I said I don't want all finals to be Luke versus Luke for all eternity.
I firmly agree. I'm already bored with Littler. But I mean, it does definitely mean a sizable change to how the scoring looks. I'll do both rows at the same time. I get a big fat 0 because, you know, I didn't even put some consolation points in the mechanics for this particular episode, which I have done before. I kind of regret that now.
Yeah.
Eloise gets a lovely 15 points for predicting the right winner of the tournament. However, Mal gets 15 points for predicting the winner and another 10 for predicting the losing finalist. And so that means on the draw part of this episode alone, I've got 11 points, Eloise has got 25 points, and Mal's got 37 points. So definitely unevenly, like, well, no, not really uneven spacing, just wide spacing at this stage.
Yeah, I think they also you should have given yourself some points for at least predicting Littler to be in the final, but
Yeah.
I guess it's yeah, but you would have. I think you would have only got like whatever you did for the like half a point or something like that. So it would have made up. It would have made a bit of difference. Yeah. So
Yeah.
but oh, so I'm happy to have got something completely right for once, and it makes up for me picking Ross Smith to get to the semi-finals.
Yes. It does feel very depressing that I'm comfortably losing an episode to somebody who predicted Ross Smith to make a semi-final. But, you know, these things happen. Right, we move on to the miscellaneous section, where I try and remember, because I've put them on the wrong tab, all of the answers before I go to the score tab. We start off with Tournament 180s. If memory serves, Eloise kind of knew she'd screwed this one up because she forgot there were more matches.
Yep.
And so she basically went for the same as last year. Meanwhile, Mal and I went for fairly similar, in a fairly similar range. And it was basically split the difference between my prediction and Mal's pretty much. The answer as I have it is 1,127, which means that by being 3 closer than I was, Mal gets points. He didn't quite get within 1%. Very, very, very close to being within 1%. But
yeah, it was actually. That is yeah. If it's only if it only was like another like 4 or 5, I think it might have been 1%.
Yeah, I think you'd have needed. I think you'd have needed about another 10. I think.
Okay.
But
so if the final was anywhere near close, I might have gotten it.
Yes, indeed.
It's probably what it was, but
indeed.
never mind.
But yes, that does mean Mal gets 3 points. I get 1 point. Eloise gets nada. Next, we go to match 180s. So this is the highest number in one specific match, but scored by the 2 players combined. I had to do this pretty much manually because there wasn't an easy way to check this stat that I could find. However, I believe that the answer is 25, and that is both from the final and the Van Veen Anderson semi-final. Both had 25. I think one other match had 24, I think I found, but I'm pretty confident the answer's 25. All of us kind of roaming around the vague vicinity of the answer. However, I am just about closest on this one. Eloise just about second closest on this one. It means 3 points for me, 1 point for Eloise, and none for Mal. Next, Big Fish. I can't help but feel
Jesus Christ.
we may have all been a little bit off on this one.
Yeah,
I just saw the number.
there was a lot of them. You see, like whenever we watched the TV, there was someone did a Big Fish,
Yeah.
basically, in, like, every round.
Especially near the end of the tournament, yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, okay, I'm gonna transport you to our prediction episode for the 2027 World Darts Championship. Are we all predicting a much higher number of big fishes, or was this just freaky fish year?
I think I remember seeing on Twitter that I think like it was like something stupid, like nearly 10% of big fish attempts were completed, which is like, this doesn't sound like much, but for like most checkouts, that's like an absolutely mental statistic. Especially 3 darts. So I think this was like a massive aberration. I don't know why. Maybe people just very confident on it for some reason this time around. We might see a bit more just because people seem to like leaving it nowadays more than they did previously, and going for it, of course. Like even when they're not sort of within the other guy is not within a finish, they tend to like going for it just because it's fun in it. That is fun. Did the commenter get to say fish? Oh,
Yes.
and whatever he says, and everyone gets to say reel it in, and they can do a little celebration whenever they do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this is a bit of an aberration of a year. But we'll see what happens next year. See if it reverts back to normal, or we'll just get every match having the big fish.
Fair. Yes. Well, I went for 7. Eloise went for 9. Mel went for 6. The answer was 17. Eloise is the only one that even got 50% of the way to the right answer. I mean, there's still points on offer. There perhaps shouldn't be, but there are still points on offer.
There should be. There should be points.
Eloise gets 3. I get 1. Mal
Let's
gets none. Yeah. Next, 9 darters. For the abundance of big fish, a distinct lack of 9 darter.
Yes, there was a good few attempts, wasn't there? Like Anderson got very close in
Did
the
anyone
semi-final.
Did anyone do 8 darts?
Anderson
Perfect.
did
Anderson
8.
did, yeah.
Just Gary. Oh, Jesus.
That's the only one I
Only-
remember seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't many.
Like the people on like 7 or 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I remember Harrison. I remember Harrison's one where he attempted to do 3 balls to end it off. Was that?
Sake.
I'm just going to no-sell that and carry on. Harrison's one where he attempted to get 3 balls towards the end would have been potentially the greatest one of all time, but yeah, he didn't end up quite making it, unfortunately.
Yeah. For fuck's sake.
I'm the first person to do that on this podcast as well. I'm so proud of myself.
Well done, Eloise. Well done.
Yeah. I'm assuming, I'm just trying to think whether Chuck would have done it on the basketball episode, or if Jeter would have, because Jeter's obsessed with it.
Yeah.
So.
Oh God!
Yeah. Mainly for the bit that it annoys all his friends, but like.
Oh yeah, it does that very well. Yeah.
He I don't think he's likely to tell this story, so I'll tell it on his behalf. I was talking to his flatmate, and who is particularly annoyed by the whole 6-7 thing. Jeter deliberately, whilst driving him around, put his car into cruise control at 67 miles an hour and took his hands off the wheel to do the gesture just to annoy his flatmate.
And the end of that was that was going past the school.
But yeah,
it wasn't, by the way, for any US police watching. Any police from the great city of Washington DC? I think
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's dox them.
Anyway, yeah, nine darters. Again, not really sure that we deserve points, but we get them.
I do. I went low. I deserve points.
You did go low. Yeah. Eloise gets 3. I get another 1. Mal gets none.
Yay.
Next, we come to today's reminder of Eloise can't count. Even by her standards, this was a particularly special occasion.
Remember 0, and I'm spot
on. Yeah. Eloise thought that one in every 6 matches was going to end in a sudden death leg.
I don't know what I was thinking. Did I mean like? I think in reflection, I think I meant so 20 matches would go all the way to a final set. I think that's what I was thinking.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
which is probably
reasonable.
Much more reasonable.
That's probably not a bad prediction, if only it's what we'd asked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said 3. Mal said 4. The actual answer was 2. It was Hood versus Noppert, and oh god, why am I blanking on the other one?
So it was. No.
What was the other one?
I can't remember, to be honest.
I'm gonna find it. It was. No, not that one. Still gonna find it. Where? Suter versus Harju in
Jesus.
round 1 went
Okay.
6-5 in the final set. There we go. Yeah, I've been trying to remember that one in my head and failed. But yeah, I mean, that means Eloise, unsurprisingly, not getting any points for this question. Mal gets 1 point. I get 3. Next, biggest flop. I mean, Mal went cross. I mean,
no, that didn't happen. I was hoping for a what's this, Korodeka masterclass, but it did not occur. In fact, he arguably gave up to his closest game. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think Cross played all right. Better than I've seen him play in a while in terms of results. His averages weren't great, but he got the results he needed, especially handing Hetter's arse to him. But yeah, I think Cross did okay. I went Noppert. I mean, he lost in round 2. I don't.
Yeah.
It's sort of. I'm not sure whether it was a good prediction or a bad prediction, but it was a prediction.
Yep.
And Eloise, you went Gurney. I think lost in the second round. Could have lost in the first round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To Greaves.
Barely survived against Bo Greaves. Like, and then he very much could have played better against Ritz. Like,
Yes.
I think probably out of ours, I probably had the best shout, but
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
so close.
Yeah. But I mean, ultimately, none of them lost in the first round, so we don't get a consolation point. None of them definitely were the worst biggest flop overall, which was Mal's semi-finalist pick of Ross
Sure
Smith.
Was. Do I get the points for that or
No.
Yes. Yes.
Not deducted points, just mocked.
That's fair.
Next.
I tried.
Next, we come to Best Outsider. I mean, Eloise and I just kind of followed our bracket and didn't hedge our bets. Said it would be Pikachu. It wasn't. It wasn't even the man who lost. Who Pikachu lost to. It wasn't Harrison. He did a pretty good job. It wasn't Mal's pick of Rasma, though I think Rasma played pretty well, gave a good account of himself.
Yeah, I think he did fine. I think he did probably about as well as I expected him to. I just expected no one else to get past the third round. I think probably. Yeah, he did fine and lost to Van Veen, who was on good form. So yeah.
There.
Definitely.
But yeah, in the end, no points for any of us. If we'd have said Hood or Ratajski, we would have got some points. I think Girl Power. This is one I'm. Look, I had to take. Everyone in all of these episodes has to take a few risks to try and differentiate their scoring from other people's. I genuinely thought that it was very possible that Snakebite would turn up, throw a 75 average, and lose. As it happened, they basically did throw about 82s. It was just right one.
I mean, you're not wrong. He did turn up, throw a 77, and lose just in the second round.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I love Snakebite, I do.
79.
I do think MVG is kind of right that. Yeah, it would have been an easier decision if he could have gone and played on the seniors tour, but obviously, yet more darts organisations who can't manage themselves, and have gone bust. But yeah, you two both went for Greaves. We've already said Greaves very much could have got over the line against Gurney, just couldn't quite. However, because all of the women in the tournament lost in the first round, it goes down to who won the most sets for who gets the points, and that is Greaves. In the end, despite her not even winning a match, you both get a very generous 5 points.
Yeah.
And I get nothing, and I feel a bit sad on that one. Next we come to my portion of the Bad Psychics Can't Do Maths episodes. I was genuinely, for some reason, under the impression that 112 was reasonable. I'm pretty sure when I actually checked it to see how I was getting on later, there's been 3 averages higher than that by anybody ever.
Yes.
So I was.
And in the World Championships, it was MVG in 2017.
Yeah. So I shut the bed on that one. Eloise went for 107. Mal went for 108.5. Um,
Yeah, I got worryingly close to this one. I don't know how.
you got very close to it. The correct answer was 108.28. And it does mean that you were within 1%.
Yay.
So not only do you get the most points for that one, you also
Bonus 2 points. Yay.
you get a bonus 2 points. So 5 points for Mal for that one, 1 for Eloise because Eloise wasn't far off. And yeah, no points for me because I was miles off. Next, biggest gulf. I think Eloise just had an out of body experience there. You're right.
Yeah, I just remembered how bad I did on this one.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, I also did badly. Eloise and I both said like around 30-ish because I certainly was genuinely expecting one of the top players to bang in like a 105 and one of the shitters that they were facing in a first round to throw like a 75.
I think, yeah.
I thought that was very reasonable. Mal went for a much more restrained 20. Even Mal was too high in the end. The actual outcome, which I think we very briefly touched on earlier, actually came in the second round game between Stephen Bunting and Nitin Kumar. There was a difference of, I think like 18.97 or 93 or something like that. So yes, Mal comfortably closest, gets 3 points. I somehow get 1 consolation point. Nothing for Eloise on this one. Next, global event. This was how many different nationalities would be represented in the final 32 players of the tournament. So basically, how many nationalities would still be in the tournament at the round 3 stage? I said 11, Eloise said 8, Mal said 10. In the end, this is one of the few that I actually got bang on. Let's go. There were 11. Those 11 were, I'm going to try and do this quickly and not repeat any, but I did definitely check it multiple times. It's England, Netherlands, Austria, Australia, Poland, no, I already said Netherlands, Germany, Wales, Sweden, Latvia, Scotland, Northern Ireland. I think that's all 11 of them. So yes, one of the very, very few answers I can be proud of in this episode, because it gets me a big chunky 5 points. Mal gets 1, nothing for Eloise. Next we have final ref. I'm not going mad, am I? That, like, usually there are 2 refs for the final of the Worlds, right?
Yeah.
I think so, yes.
But usually the final goes longer.
Well, no,
Usually there's more legs, sets in the final. There very much wasn't.
yeah, but usually, because it's like a best of 13, usually one ref does the first 6 sets. That means that even if it's a whitewash, the second ref gets at least 1 set, and they do the final 7.
I thought it was more than that, but yeah.
Yeah.
there were 8 sets, and all of them were George Noble. And I don't have an issue with Noble being there. I kind of thought he would. But I thought he'd also be with Bevins. And yeah, that's screwed me over a bit. I mean, before I move on, any of you like huge George Noble fans that want to, sing his praises for the last possible opportunity, or
Number one member of the George Noble fan club here. He was indeed a referee that indeed
sure was.
went on for a while. Yeah.
I kind of suspect the reason why they didn't bring one out is maybe because Littler's going to win this in like the next 2 sets. Just keep him out. There's no point bringing another guy out and giving him some more money for an appearance fee or something. I don't know.
That might be a Bevan's decision as well. So
maybe,
yeah, true.
Maybe. Well, yeah. Anyway, it means that you two get 2 points each. I get no points.
Wow.
I mean, you're lucky, because if you'd have tried for the double, you'd have got no points. But you'd have got 6 if Bevins had turned up, so, anyway, then we come to our bonuses. I'll be honest with you. I'll give you the too long. Didn't read. We all suck. I feel a little bit hard done by, because I think there were multiple matches where there was like one leg away from being true.
Yep.
So
the Humphreys Paul Lim match, Humphreys almost purposely gave him a leg so the crowd could have something.
Yeah.
You could see him ease off and be very happy that he got one in the end. So yes.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I like Paul Lim, but even I was sort of torn between good for Paul Lim, but also fuck you, Humphreys.
I think you were happy in the end that.
I was sort of
Paul
happy, unhappy.
Didn't get massacred.
Yeah. But yeah, that means mine's gonna be, a minus score. Eloise is going to be a minus score. She was also very unlucky. She said at least 28 seeds will make it out of the first round. 27 seeds made it out of the first round.
It's so annoying, but I had to make it high enough for it to be some sort of risk. But yeah, it was so close. I almost had it because because of the new format. It's the first round matches are generally gonna be harder for the seeds to lose. So and we saw that. It's just who was the last one to lose, and that was just really annoying.
I'm trying to think who was the last one to lose. Let's see if I can immediately work this out. I think it was. Wasn't it in the last? I think it was a while. I think that it was fairly early on. I want to say the last one might have been Mike DeDecker actually losing.
The last one was Mike DeDecker.
Yeah.
This sucks because I was so happy that Manure won, but also
yeah, you got screwed by a Kenyan. But yes, and then Mal, you said a player would withdraw before the first round.
No. That I am the most wrong, but I was also knowingly very close to being not wrong because Dom Taylor withdrew before the second round. By withdrew, I mean
that wasn't a withdrawal.
He was withdrawn.
He was withdrawn. Yes, he didn't withdraw himself, but he was withdrawn.
I would have if that happened first round and you were given points for that. I would have kicked shit. So
Honestly, I think I probably would have tried to give him the points if it was before the first round.
I would have protested.
I think I wouldn't have accepted it because withdrawals implies it's consensual. His withdrawal was not consensual.
Yeah, I don't know. I think my issue with it just, it's like we've had situations in other sports where it's like, oh, this player has withdrawn from a tournament. That's weird, and then you don't think about it for a couple of months, and then it turns out that it was because of that. And so I'm kind of like, they still call it a withdrawal even when it's basically you're going to withdraw now because we're about to do you for doping. So to me, they're kind of interchangeable. So
yeah,
I probably would have tried to give points, but I don't know. Either way, it doesn't fucking matter because all of us did shit on our bonuses. Eloise gets -2, I get -5, Mal gets -6.
Always. Oh.
Yeah. And so that means our miscellaneous score totals. I got 10 points. Eloise got 13 points. Mal got 14 points. I mean, I try and build up some kind of tension, but if you're even vaguely like paying attention, and below above like a 5-year-old standard at maths, you kind of know where this is going, because it's very uneven and one of the least close episodes we've had for a while. I am comfortably last. Thankfully, it's a 3-person episode though, and I can still say I've never come fourth. Eloise still can't win episodes at the moment. She gets 38. Mal, is this your first win?
I think it is, isn't it? Yeah, I think it is. I think I've come second before. So yeah, it's just I've won the thing that I did not expect to win just by literally just getting.
Hello? Was he a joint winner of one of your Wrestly ones?
Yes, I think you were joint winner with me in one of the Wrestly ones.
No, okay. No, this is the first one I've won that's been posted by Z.
Well, first outright win, first non-shared win.
Oh no, it's an outright win because I have it too, so it's an outright win.
Okay. I mean, no, but
yes,
it's a shared win.
A shared win is still a win, to be fair.
It's still a win, but it's not. No, an outright win is one person winning. You can't both have a one-person win. I know you like your wins, Eloise, but there is a limit to how much I will allow you to bend the English language.
No, I think I'm completely in my right.
But yes. Well, congratulations, Mal. You are apparently our resident darts expert now.
Yes, I think I literally only won that because I predicted the final right. Exactly right.
No, you would. If I also had 10 points, you would have still won.
Yeah.
Because you also won the miss.
True. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think the highest average bonus as well helped you. That's true. Yeah. That getting within 1% on that, I think that worked out.
Yes. Yes. I know how to pull vaguely decent numbers out of my ass.
Yes. Eloise, you still can't win anything. How do you feel?
Yeah.
Yes. I hope Go and the Frog can comfort you at night with this losing streak you're on.
I hate that it's named Gerwin. I hate that. I absolutely hate it.
It looks like him. They both look like frogs. It's just your frog is an actual frog.
Hey.
Anyway, I mean, I think not a particularly exciting episode for people who like tense finales of Bad Psychics podcasts. But well, I'm pleased Mal gets his first outright win. I'm pleased Eloise still isn't winning. Because funny. And yeah, we will. I have no doubt do this all over again for next year's World Championship. I somehow doubt we'll do any other darts tournaments, but you know, I could maybe be convinced. But yes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you both for joining. Appreciate you turning up as always. One more congrats for Mal, and yeah, we will be back very soon for episode 39. However, until we all meet again, remember to always be big mystics, not big mistakes. Goodbye.